Well, you know him as a Heisman Trophy winner and one of Ohio State's greatest running backs. Yes, he's here.
He is here, the one and only Eddie George, but you might be surprised what we're going to talk about this morning because we're actually going to debunk some myths about mental health issues, and that's something near and dear to your heart. Tell us why.
Oh, wow. When I left the game of football, it was a period in time of my life where it was uncertainty, a lot of doubt, fear on what was next for me. And
why was that so scary? I think, given what you've been through in your life, I mean, one would think that leaving the game would be the easiest part.
No, because you spend most of my adult life and my childhood preparing and playing a game that I love so dearly. And having gone through that whole experience and playing in the NFL and living the celebrated champagne life, to go from that to what's next is daunting.
I hear that's very common, though, for NFL players.
Oh, yeah, it happened. In fact, I did a live Twitter chat last week about this very issue, and guys from all over the country that have been out of the game for 9 years, 10 years, 12 years are still searching for that next thing, still trying to find out what their life purpose is. And for me, it was very difficult to find out what it is, and until this day. I mean, this is something that for men, we have to really kick the myth that you can go out and seek help. I mean, use the resources that are out there for you, whether it's your pastor or a spiritual advisor or a counselor, whatever that may be, to help you get back on track, because mental health and depression is a very, very serious issue.
Is that where you went? You went to a depressing place?
I went to everything.
Did you? Did you?
You know, because it was, again, it was very difficult to find my way. I mean, I saved my money, I had a few businesses, but to align myself with my life purpose was something I needed a guiding light to. And that's something that the NFL, after the game, they don't offer in terms of services when I left, is that you don't have that guiding light to help you along the way.
Well, and you had talked once before about that there was the depression, but it also led you into destructive behavior.
Oh, yes.
And
yes,
that was difficult for your family and the whole bit. What was the turning point for you where you said, all right, I need to fix this, I need to get help, and here's how I'm going to do it?
You know, it was a series of events, I guess. When my wife was like, listen, we are going to have to do something about this. I can't live like this. And at that moment, we both went to counseling, and then I started to do it on my own. And it's still something that I use to this very day, that I rely on in terms of my tools to stay in alignment, to stay sharp, to make sure that I'm doing the necessary things to move forward. Because as you get older, things change, your mind changes, everything shifts, and you have to be in direct alignment with that. So to say that I can do it all by myself is, you know, I'm not serving me. You know, it's not about me. You know, I need the help, or you need that really strong social support to help guide you through it, and there's no shame in that whatsoever.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's interesting to me that even children didn't make that light go on for you.
Oh, I'm well, yeah, my kids too, of course. I think me being a father of two, especially boys, you have to show them how to get through adversity, not just on the football field, but in life.
You're going to talk about all of this today at noon. Tell us about the event that's coming up later.
Yes, the event is a luncheon today at the Hyatt Regency, talking about integrative health. I'm going to talk about mental health and awareness, really talk about my life and how I've been able to see it through and get through on a daily basis, and really inspire other men and other people to seek help if you're dealing with issues with depression or self-esteem and so forth, because we all have our insecurities, and we've got to be able to face that and say we can't do it by ourselves. Let's use the resources that are out there for you.
All right.
You know, you've kind of taken an interesting turn in your life, though, most recently. And you're talking about insecurities. If we can roll a video, I don't think you had a lot of insecurity here at all. This is
That's
Eddie
not me.
George.
That's Julius Caesar. That's not me. That's Julius Caesar.
That's Julius Caesar, who looks an awful lot like you, really.
And it's
Look at, we happen to have some of the lines here from Julius Caesar.
Oh, wow,
It
really?
just so happens.
Do you remember any of this?
If Costco were to happen to say to you, "Peace ho, Caesar speaks,"
I would say Capernia.
You would say,
Capernia would say.
I would say, I can't read this. I would say,
"Here, my lord,
Oh, here we are. Here, my lord.
Stand you directly in Antonius' way when he doth run his course. Antonius!
Caesar, my lord.
Forget not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia. For our elders say, the baron touched with the holy chase shall shake off their sterile curse.
I shall remember when Caesar says, do this, it is performed.
Set on and leave no ceremony out.
Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Eddie, thank you so much. We
Impromptu, right? That's good.
Multi-talented man.
Thank you.
So good seeing you.
Good to see you.
Best of luck.